Hello out there, you wonderful people. This is Andre the Game Idea Guy. Thank you once again for lending me your time and your ear listening into another Magic discussion. And this time I'm going to be talking about Phantasy Star and not the online version. Um, I think that it would be a good idea for Sega to go back to Phantasy Star's roots and make a mobile game based on those roots. And I'm not talking about taking their Sega Genesis games and throwing them on mobile. What I mean is making a whole new game with new story bits, new plot lines, and it kind of operates in a similar fashion to Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, where you are putting together teams of characters in an RPG, but they're all Fantasy Star based. And that doesn't mean that they can't include characters and classes from Phantasy Star Online. It would just mean that you'd have your team set, maybe a 4 to 5 character team that you would be managing and rotate characters out as you need, depending on the situation that you're running into or the story and plot as they decide to set it up, stuff like that. I think that that would be a cool idea, and it would be even cooler if they could take the concept from the original Final Fantasy, where you just kind of you can like basically customize your team, but just make it so that you're customizing a single character. Like that's your lead character. That character is a representative of you in the game, and all of the other roles get filled in by other characters that you meet along the way throughout the story. Like whether you were to run into them in sort of like a town setting or like an overworld, or you found them because of completing a specific mission or dungeon, that type of stuff. And this would allow them to open it up to having crossovers with a lot of their other stuff, where you could have a crossover with characters from, say, from the Shining Force series. You could have characters crossing over from Shinobi. You could have crossovers from characters like the characters from Vanquish, Bayonetta. There's plenty of opportunity to have crossovers with their other characters and make the worlds collide in Phantasy Star. It's just up to Sega to make the move and put the effort into that game, and it would be cool to see, like to be 100% honest, because I think that the series doesn't get as much appreciation as it actually deserves. But to that same token, it's like they haven't really done enough with it to get it that popular. But like, yeah, in Japan, Phantasy Star Online has taken off, and it's sort of taken off over here, but it's not the same thing as the original series. To be fully honest, it's somewhat like the original series, but it's not the same. And I think that taking it back to its original RPG roots is a good move. And they could pull in characters from the original first 3 games, because I think it was 3, maybe 4 games for Phantasy Star. So they have a lot of room to work with. It will just be up to them to go ahead and say, hey, let's take this concept, rework it, and see where we could go with it, what we can explore with it. But that's up to Sega. I can only make the suggestion. I can't tell them what they need to do. It's just something that I think would actually be pretty cool and would be good for one, it'd be good for their pockets, but two, would also be good for the series. Like, who knows what could grow from this? Like maybe they could get an anime going from it or something like that. But again, it would be up to them to make the effort and the move to put it out there for people to see and get entwined with. But again, I can only make the suggestion. But you guys let me know what you think down in the comments below. Like if you think that this would be a good idea, if you'd like them to do something like this, or if you had any other suggestions that I may not have come up with. But that's it. Thank you very much for listening. Keep your eyes and ears up for more stuff from me. And until the next time, enjoy your games. Peace out.